Hello, everybody. We are live post All Star Game in Chicago, Illinois. I'm Dano Mataya. I'm joined by Ice Young, Aaron Barzilai, and Calvin Wetzel. What a game.
Yeah.
Kind of went by in a blur.
Honestly, like, what a weekend, though.
That's what I was
It's
gonna
just,
say.
the jam-packed 48 hours of just media, basketball, pictures, events. It has really been just so much fun.
Yeah, as you can tell, I lost my voice a little bit.
That was me when I woke up this morning. I was like, whoa, I need some hot tea. I got a couple of trade secrets from Ryan Rucco. So we did. Yeah, on just how to make sure that your voice is as sharp as can be going on air. So I practiced a couple this morning.
Are you gonna do it right now? Give us a little.
That was close.
I'm worried I'll cough if I try. Maybe next time we record. But that was good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's start with yesterday, right? We had skills challenge and then 3-point challenge. Which one was first?
Skills.
Okay, the skills was first. And our winner is
Sabrina?
I'm gonna let you. Yeah, we're gonna let Dano
Thanks,
talk
Dano.
about this because
Dano's on
that's
it.
Dano's girl.
Okay. Yes, big fan. Local New Yorker. She was great. She definitely, the whole thing is weird because you had high school players. They're the elite of the high school players, but matched up with these WNBA stars. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on these kids to not screw up,
100%.
So I think Sabrina got lucky in a sense that she had a really talented kid
Yeah.
who did not make any mistakes, and she had a big lead pretty much every single match she had. I think she won the championship against Melissa Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie,
Yeah.
who we talked to. You'll hear that on Dice It Up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
All around, I think it was still a cool event, but not too much to say about it. I don't know if you have any takeaways.
Yeah, no, I love the format with the AAU kids. I mean, it was kind of an unknown because you didn't know who would, at least, I didn't know who would get paired up with the best, most talented AAU kids. But I think it was really fun to kind of showcase them.
Yeah.
Get a national stage. It should have been more of a national stage. But anyway.
It was a national stage. I think you
Well,
could ask
it got
about a
booted
local.
from ESPN
Oh, did it? Okay.
because of tennis, which is a whole nother thing.
Let's not talk about
But-
that.
Timing.
Anyway.
Is everything.
It could have been better, but it was definitely fun to see that, and I think having all the AAU kids there watching them too.
Yeah.
Again, like it could have been better. I wish we had fans, but the AAU kids watching their teammates, out there.
Well, I must have been in the moment since I had missed that about ESPN. I think I saw some tweets about that. But for me, it actually, the skills thing exceeded my expectations. Kind of, we came in, like, oh, what's going on? We're not in Wintrust, blah, blah, blah. But it was a good atmosphere if you were actually in the thing. I was quite impressed and quite pleased by that. And so that was fun. And then ultimately, the 3-point contest was amazing.
Oh yeah. Well, I just liked how intimate it was.
Yeah.
Like you could feel the fans. Everybody had an orange t-shirt on, like it was packed. It looked really good. Back to the high school players though. I think the league is trying to to bridge the gap, right, between high school players, college, and then the W, right? We see the gap between college and the W, and it's easy, right? We have Sabrina Ionescu, which is one of the best and brightest college players ever. And so then when she goes to New York, all of her fans follow New York, and so as these high school players, like, oh, who's your favorite player? Oh, it's Kevin Durant. Oh, it's Damian Lillard. No. It should be Jonquel Jones. It should be Sabrina Ionescu. It should be Alyssa Thomas. A lot of Connecticut in there, but sorry, I can't help it.
I was gonna say, Kurt Miller did talk about earlier this year about how a lot of the prospects aren't watching the WNBA.
Yeah.
And that's a common thing that's been going on for a while. I remember I was talking to a coach, this was a few years ago, but she said she asked her players who like Pat Summitt was, and they just had no idea. This was after she'd retired. And so it's not really, and it's just, it's just not in the consciousness. Maybe I'm a little contrarian. I'm okay with them, with female basketball players liking Kevin Durant, but I think they should watch both, right? That's really the key. If they can't name any WNBA All Stars but they can name all the NBA All Stars, that's my concern. But absolutely, I loved the high school aspect. You had that great interview. I caught part of that, watching you film it, and that player looked so together.
Yeah.
And I would love to see them do more of that. To me, it's almost more interesting some of the old school NBA All-Star skills things with the legends. Like I actually would rather see them do it with the sort of mix in the McDonald's All-American-ish kind of thing.
Yeah. Talk about legends. Allie Quigley. Oh my goodness. One 3-point shooting contest.
A robot.
And like everything is literally automatic. It's sad because I was picking Kelsey Plum. I've picked Kelsey Plum for literally everything. Like I picked her to win MVP for the All Star Game. That was a good check mark. I picked her to be MVP for the league. We're still waiting on that, but she's had a really good first season. And I picked her for that, and she just kind of let me down.
Oh, I think she had only one made shot through 3 racks.
You would know that.
I feel like we're getting insight,
and I didn't even gamble one.
I feel like we're getting insight into your personality, though. Ice, you got to savor the victory. She just less than 30 minutes ago won MVP. Let's focus on that.
It's just, I mean, yeah, this is true. But again,
tied a record.
I had expected that. So when she did that, I'm like, yeah, 100%, bro.
What were you like as a player? I can only imagine you're a player. Every loss eats you up. Every win, whatever.
Oh yeah, you take a lot in the heart, and then you just, you got to bounce back. But that was really fun to watch, though. Also, too, have loved Ryan Howard. Like just seeing the rookie embrace herself in all of this. This is a lot to take in. I mean, being an all-star, and just calm, cool, and collected all the time.
Yeah, I was talking with Danny Barlavi, who I sit with at Winsider. Ryan Howard will definitely win an All-Star Game MVP, maybe a real MVP at some point in her career, but she's definitely the type of player like Arike Kelsey Plum, who will just go out at some point and ball out in an All-Star Game and drain a bunch of 4-point shots. Maybe happens next year. Who knows?
No, I don't ever think that will happen, but we'll never see that. We'll talk about that later. We'll never see anyone drain a whole bunch of 4-point shots. We got 2 from John Quell, I think, is the record in WNBA history now, right?
Yeah, JJ.
Yeah. Well, the Allie Quigley Invitational was something. I mean, who made it to the final round? Allie,
Ariel Atkins,
and Ryan Howard.
Yeah, Ryan Howard. Yeah. I will say I have been pleasantly surprised. I will admit I was not sure what I thought of Ryan Howard's prospects coming into the league, but I mean, well before this weekend, it's definitely been very impressive how she's transitioned after a lot of the questions that the women's basketball collective was asking in February. Let's just say.
Well, and she went to a good organization. I mean, Tanisha Wright is building up Atlanta. They needed her to come in and give instant offense, and so it's interesting. Like some of these players that aren't in the league, they're rookies and they get on a team in which it's just hard for them to play. They get on a team where it's like the Connecticut or the Aces or Seattle, where it's so many vets that you don't have a chance. But like the New Yorks, the Atlantas that are still building, prime opportunity for some of these superstars. Yep, yeah. Indiana. And that's why we're seeing, that's why all the young players that we talk about, their records on their teams aren't as good, but hey, at least they're getting opportunity to play in the league and then stay in the league. Yeah.
Well, I also did hear Kelsey Plum at the Orange Carpet talk about Ryan Howard came in this league and she's already a pro.
Yeah.
Like the respect that she has from everybody else in the league is really cool to see. I mean, there's no type, maybe there's some team hazing. Who knows? I wouldn't want to haze Ryan Howard.
No. Yeah, not at all. Well, then she'll light you up for 30 off 10 threes the next time you see her.
I'll take an injury. So
hamstring?
Ankle. Easy to fake
ankle. That. Outside or inside?
What? Apparently you've been hassled by some coaches.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, I hope none of my college coaches are watching this. I don't think I faked an injury though.
Okay.
Yeah, I would roll my ankle in.
You could have partied like the players were last night and still perform the next day. You didn't need to take an injury.
No comment.
No comment. Don't look up Dano's college stats.
Yeah.
One of the highlights of the weekend.
What my favorite part. We talked about this. I was a BJ talk.
We did talk about it.
Gotta give his reference.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's cut to Sunday. Super fresh reaction. Describe the All-Star Game in one word.
Whoa, we didn't prep for this. I'm not ready to go.
Spot, Dano.
Smooth.
Smooth.
It's a smooth game.
I can't beat that.
Smile. That was the one thing that stood out for me. It was just great to see the players smiling as they were playing, especially early on.
Yeah.
The shots were going up. They had a grin on their face, and not just for the 4-point shots, but I think those especially probably.
Yeah.
I would say energy. Just so much, and not, just like on the court, but just so much like positive energy around all, celebrating Sylvia and Sue and just all the different things. They're just like, just good vibes.
Chicago did that. I love that Candace Parker, obviously she's biased from here, but really shouted them out in her post-game interview with Holly Rowe. She was like, Chicago, thank you. Like, you guys made it so much fun. And I agree. I think they had a great crowd, interactive, fun, and all the events that we've been to, just seeing different people come in and out. A lot of AAU girls basketball around, like Nike Nash is one of the bigger tournaments that are here. And so it's just really cool to see the love that the W is getting in a huge city, in a basketball city.
Oh yeah, the free concert yesterday. Chance, the
Did I
rapper,
tell you? Did I show?
Lotto.
I met Chance.
Yeah,
You
we
met
saw
Chance
that.
the rapper?
Yeah. Okay. Not that the podcast can see it. I'm sorry, guys, but I have
Well,
to show
we
you
can-
guys
we'll
now.
upload- we'll
Yeah.
upload the photo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like me and Chance are besties. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
sitting there chilling on the rooftop.
We got to give him
vibes.
a.
This
Look
looks
at
like a
that.
couple.
Check that
Look
out.
at that.
Yes.
Look at
It
this.
Doesn't this look like a
yeah,
couple?
very nice. I got
That's a
to.
I'm pretty
celebrity
sure
couple
Chance
right
is
there.
married with kids, but maybe
I'll have to,
maybe I'll have a
couple.
chance in a couple of years.
I can send you the Herb Stat shirt. You can give him one, and then he can start wearing it around. That'd be great for us.
Yeah,
We could be
concert was
advertising.
great. Chance has on Brittany Griner's
Yeah.
jersey, and so really love that he made that a part of his message a couple of times.
Yes,
he
Just
did.
free Brittany
Yeah.
Griner. Like, what more can we do? And you love to see that from the celebrities that care about the W, that care about using their
Yeah.
voice and their platform to uplift our league. Big fan, Chance. Big fan.
Okay, let's get to the game part.
Did you give us your one word?
Oh, my one word was it's combined. Team Wilson. Because can we talk about how bad Team Stewart was in the first half?
Here is
I'm
why.
just gonna say. I mean, like 39 points in the first half of an All Star game.
And I think JJ had like 24 of those.
I mean,
Like,
let's-
yeah,
let's-
yeah.
let's see
It started at the draft. Asia Wilson, Executive of the Year.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
that-
Yeah,
that's-
yeah,
that's
yeah,
Got a
my-
future in the front office.
That's
Exactly.
exactly. That's my takeaway. 2042, as we have more, we've got more players becoming coaches, more are going to become GMs. Asia Wilson clearly needs to be a gem in this league, GM in this league. If I'm an owner in 2042, I don't know I could do it before that.
He's also got the best personality ever.
Yeah.
Like
man,
every
that's so
play that's
fun.
happening, she's like, "Oh, that was nasty." Like she's
Derek
flexing
Hamby
over
missing
here.
layups,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Oh,
who wouldn't want to
and
play for
How about
Asia?
Dearica Hamby? Them just passing her phone back and forth on the bench, tweeting from her account.
Oh,
while
I
she was
didn't
missing
see that.
layups.
That's funny. I saw the Kelsey. Can we all get that Kelsey Plum shirt Asia Wilson was wearing yesterday? Have you seen a few people wearing that?
I know it was like a Las Vegas exclusive. They were like
Ooh.
giving out right like their last home game for the All Star game,
Okay.
which
Nice.
they lost to Liberty.
They were all wearing. Everyone.
Yeah.
Candace was repping Allie Quigley yesterday.
Oh,
yeah.
Did the ball
Alex
jersey.
Roberts
Yeah,
looks
that
nice.
was tough. That was tough.
Gosh.
Such a good weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Kelsey Plum, All Star Game MVP. We talked about it earlier. Filthy. Probably her and John Carter were the only ones who were, I guess, consistent. Maybe Jewel Lloyd got hot in the second half,
Mm-hmm.
but consistent from three. Candace hit a couple, but
Sabrina had a little sequence there.
Oh, yeah,
Not
Sabrina had, like,
3 threes in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost like they cut it to 15. It was a 15-point lead at the end of the third. I'm like, oh, maybe this will tighten up. And they got it to like 7.
Seven.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe it'll happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Yes.
but then they separated. So
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, it was fun. I mean, overall, like the game, I would probably give like a B. Like
B
I'm a
minus.
little B minus.
Yeah.
I was being a
These
little
things are
cool
usually a lot
grader.
closer at the end.
I remember the game that I went to 2019 All Star in Vegas being like more exciting, but the experience of the weekend has been great. I
Yeah.
mean, just sort of like being part of this community and just feeling like there's all these people here supporting women's basketball, among friends, not just the four of us, but everybody.
I do wish they could have done more to include more people in this experience
Mm.
because it was
Yeah.
so
Yep.
great, and I feel like a lot of people didn't get to experience some of the fun that we had. But no, definitely, I feel privileged to be part of this weekend because it was phenomenal.
I
Absolutely.
have a hot take. I did not like the 4-pointers.
I'm with you.
Yeah. And that's a
It's
good
just,
good take.
The math isn't mathing.
It's not hot.
Giving
You know,
what I
And
need.
they tried too hard, so like it disrupted
Yeah.
the flow of the
They
game.
were-
I think that's why you graded it B, because
Yeah.
at some point it was just people going from one star to the other
Yeah.
star, shooting,
Yeah.
contested, bricks, air balls. I'm like, guys,
Yeah.
come on.
Well, I think it should be a line instead of
Definitely.
spots because you should be able to shoot it at the top of the key
Okay.
or anywhere you want. 'Cause
Here's-
there's like at one point at the end, like Jewel Lloyd was already easily deep enough, but she was like 10 feet away, so she had to dribble all the way to her right. But if you're that deep, just pull up. It's
Okay,
4
so here's the
points.
question.
Who cares?
If you could make a crazy rule
Yeah.
for future All Star games, we'll start with you, Calvin. What would it be? I've got an
I mean, I would
answer.
have a 4-point line instead of. Is
Okay.
that crazy enough?
It's sort of. Dana, go ahead. You got one?
Give me 12-minute quarters.
Interesting.
I like that.
In 2019,
I feel like we don't see enough people play. I mean, because there's not enough
Yeah.
whistles, because there's barely any foul unless there were turnovers. I think there was maybe 3 fouls in the.
there's that
in the
intentional
first-
foul, the sub out soon,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
So
still
it's-
right after.
So it's like I mean, a lot of people want to see all these different players play, and it's so hard to get in a rhythm, and especially with the 20-second shot clock that they were using. So give me 12-minute quarters. I want to see some more action.
I actually got another one. Dunks, 3 points.
Well, that's mine. Mine is they shouldn't make the due 4-point shot be the distance 3. It should be inside the restricted area. 'Cause my favorite, I really enjoy the passing. Like my favorite plays, I mean, obviously the best play today
Yeah.
was Sylvia Fowles' dunk. But I love the nice little backdoor cuts and slick passes. way more than the ISO one-on-one plays, or like when they're parting of the Red Seas so that people have a glance. So if it really encouraged people to try and kind of get into the interior, I think that could be fun to reward people being aggressive there.
Yeah, definitely a post-player league, but yeah, people shoot way more outside shots all-star than they do in normal games. So I don't know if this is like a rule, but this is like a concept. I think I love that, the coaches that are doing well throughout the year get to coach, but I think the W should bring back retired players to coach. Like, how cool would it be if Lisa Leslie and Tina Thompson are coaching against each other?
Yeah, the NBA All Star Game. That's what they do for like the rookie sophomore game.
Yeah.
Right? So like do stuff like that.
When they do the NBA, what's it called, the shooting competition where they pair them up with the legend.
I like with the high school. So I want to with the high school players. My other
you
one.
could have three though. You could have like a shooting competition with the high school players and a current and a legend. Like
I would love to see somebody in retirement come back out and go through a skills challenge. Like, let me
Dawn
see.
Staley? Let's get Dawn Staley.
Oh my God, that would be gold. First of all,
Yeah,
Dawn would be the
she would be
swaggiest person going through the skills challenge. She'd be like, well, look at my Louis real quick, and then like no look past it. Like, Dawn would be so swaggy, it'd be ridiculous. We'd probably have to cancel the competition. Like, let's wrap it up.
I also
After
think
Dawn.
the other crazy thing, which they would never do, right? It's like it's an all-star game. You want the biggest stars, but like we got to figure out how to get like Maureen Johannes, Rui Machida, players like that into this game. I think that would be more fun than stuff.
Or at least someone like Marine in the 3-point contest.
Or the
like,
skills challenge.
Instead of just using players who are already in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Well, that's different.
You know what it is though, is that some of these players really want the break.
Yeah.
Like with the condensed season, next year it's going to be 40 games. Like if we thought this year was crazy, next year is going to be crazy. Yeah, 40 games. I mean, I want more W, absolutely. More games for me to call for the best team ever in the Connecticut Sun, but they want the break. They want the break. And so it's kind of like, I really want to be here. Like for some of the players who are home, I know that they wanted to see family and friends and, chill. And the other months of the year, they're overseas. Most of them, 80% of the league plays overseas.
And, we've got on our salary cap FAQ how much you get for the, like, I think Kelsey Plum is going to win like $5,000 or $10,000 maybe for being All-Star MVP. It's definitely in the CBA. Folks can look that up, and I might be wrong about that. But yeah, I don't know that there's much for being the skills or 3-point, at least in the CBA. They might be making deals on the side. But yeah, right. So I mean, if someone's going to pay you $500 or $1,000 if you're the skills champion, 4th place person, or you could go to
money too.
I was gonna say then I'd be really pissed if my high school teammate did not show up to play.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah, like there's money on the line. Get it together.
Sure.
Then do you give a kickback to the high school player?
That's what I'm saying. They
Is that
should get a cut.
Is that probably illegal?
That's
NCAA.
Yeah, that's probably or
they could maybe get an
compliance
appearance
somewhere.
an appearance fee. Like I mean, I will say I think a lot of players here did pretty well for themselves, make appearances, activations. Right? Maybe that's the All-Star game in one word. Activation is the word of the weekend. That you talk
All
to
about
people.
the league, branding the league.
Well, I mean, it's a great chance for players to make their money. So,
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm more power to them.
Absolutely. Sure. Biggest takeaway or favorite play of the game? Besides Sylvia
Still
Fowles.
Yeah, it's
dunk.
gotta be besides Sylvia
sorry.
Fowles.
Besides the dunk.
Yeah, besides the dunk. That's easy.
Stills run after the dunk.
I didn't realize at the time when they showed it on the replay. She's the one who got the steal too. So that just makes
It was
better.
100% full court.
Yeah.
Like it was in
her.
game.
It wasn't
Yeah,
like
that was
Snoop
not.
throwing it
Yeah.
out or whatever.
Yeah.
There aren't too many. It was for me. It was some of the cuts. There's not one specifically that stood out in my
Do I
mind.
want to
But
say this?
oh,
Okay, we know this is a Kelsey Plum stand account, but
Same.
when Enrique
Yes,
crossed over
yes.
Kelsey, bro,
Yes.
I wanted to scream,
Yes.
but I had to be
Oh,
professional.
Yeah,
But I
Miles-
wanted to
Miles
scream.
got a perfect picture going
Yes.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Perfectly timed.
And then Enrique tweeted it during in game
Yeah.
with a little
Yeah.
cover the mouth emoji. I was crying. Enrique's good for one of those though. You
Yes.
know,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a tough
Oh,
person
yeah.
to decide in an
Oh
All-Star
my
game.
God.
I'm gonna sit down and guard you.
yeah.
I'm so afraid. I wouldn't. That's like nightmare to think about having to stay in front of her. She is so smooth with it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
100%.
that was definitely my play.
Okay.
I'm glad
Yeah.
Kelsey redeemed herself with the MVP.
100%.
Yeah, she needed that.
I will say it was Jonquel Jones almost had that dunk. You guys got to get her on and ask her what was going through her mind. She was coming
Well,
down court
Nneka
for that
almost
one.
had a dunk. I think.
Yeah,
Yep,
Jonquel. Yeah, seemed closer.
Yeah.
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 We were talking about that before the game, like who would be the most likely to dunk, and I thought it would be John Quell.
My money was on Kelsey.
Well,
Don't-
My money's on Kelsey for everything
I
at this
wanted
point.
Candace to
Not
pick up
super,
Sloot and let her dunk. You know?
Oh,
that was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
What a moment.
Oh, also too, there was a play where Brianna Jones was posting up AT, and she kind of looked at her, and AT was like, You know that the rest of the league does not want to guard Breezy in the post. Neither does AT. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I loved her doing her thing. Just kind
Yeah.
of keep on trucking in the lane. sort of thing. Good for her. I love her. Good.
Yeah. Well, such a vibe. I'm
Yes,
so glad we
yes.
did this.
I would.
Oh my
It would have been
goodness.
better at nighttime. I think. I think it would have been, the energy would have been great, but still, Chicago showed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm
Boy.
excited. I'm looking forward to when the league life is going to be a little bit more back to normal next year, right?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
when can they announce who's going to host the All Star Game? Getting more in advance, letting more fans come. But yeah, it was a great weekend for me. The takeaway is really not going to be the basketball. It's going to be just kind of being a part of the community, seeing everybody. For us, the media, we get to see folks in the media we only see, very often at an event like this and/or the Final Four, because not everybody can make it out to the finals because it's still last minute and you don't know where it's going to be as we speak today.
Yeah.
Although, Dano, I hear you think it's going to be in Minnesota.
Oh no. No. I'm just hoping New York. Easy commute.
It would be good. It would be good. So yeah, that's really the best part of the weekend for me. Is just all the folks we see, and just to be in a place. One thing I think people that are on the Herbs that team really like about it is we have our Slack. We have people that can you can watch a game on July 4th Monday night and have people to talk about it with.
Yeah.
Because most people, you can sort of at your job, but I don't think there's many people at the office. You can say, hey, did you see that amazing play? And so to be with people that all appreciate women's basketball, I think is just wonderful.
Yeah. Should we have a surprise guest on here really quick? I'm going to do it. We're going to have a surprise guest.
Let's do it.
And Robin Brown.
Robin Brown.
This is social for the
Yes,
Mercury.
I do. Nice to meet you in
Hello,
person.
sister. How
What's
are
the
you?
crew doing here?
So we are on our podcast for Her Hoop Stats. We're just kind of recapping All-Star Weekend and everything that happened. And
Incredible.
you have done a great job covering social for the Mercury, and just DT's final year, and DT not being here is very much a hot take, but we're just going to leave it there.
Are we sure it's her final year?
That's the question.
Yeah,
really,
I was like, I
Mm.
it's very
If she had only
That's
come
my
out
hot
and
take.
said-
I think it is. That's my hot take. I think it
I
is.
mean, it's not that
She got
hot
a
a take,
decade
but
Yeah.
she's amazing. But yeah, we're asking, how would you sum up this weekend in one word?
That's always a tough question.
That's what we said.
I might take a different route than some people, but do I get to give a reasoning after I say
Sure.
the word?
Absolutely. We will give
You're
you
our
some
special guest star.
explanation. Yes, we will.
My one word is remarkable. And the reason that I'm using that is because I think that this league did justice in having BG's name said, having her number worn on the back of jerseys, and to know what that means to the Phoenix Mercury franchise and to Sherelle and having her be here is very special to honor her in her absence at the moment.
Yeah, I just hope that BG sort of is able to see and sort of be comforted in some way by everything that people are, that the message is getting back to her.
Feel the
I
love.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remarkable for BG.
Yeah.
You are the
Love that.
perfect pop-up guest. That was awesome.
I gotta say-
we have to end on that
Yeah.
now because that
Yes.
just was so heartfelt.
Appreciate y'all.
Why
Thank
you're a
you for
superstar.
having me.
Thank you. Thanks for all you do for the league. You do great work
Yeah,
covering the
thank
Mercury. We appreciate
As
it.
do all of you. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for letting me
Appreciate
crash
you.
the pod.
Of course.
All right. And with that, Ice, where's your next stop?
Where are we? Chicago. I am going to Indianapolis. I have done this thing now where I start getting airports and I'm like, okay, where am I? Okay, what am I doing? Like I am just on the road for 9 days, people. So, but this by far has been really, really fun.
Yeah, the other blessing, y'all got to meet Ice in person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Max got
Well,
to
and you-
experience me
I
in
met you in
person.
Oh, I met you in person
No,
either.
feels like we've known each other for 10 years, but
I know.
met you in person.
Won and lost a lot of money together.
Yes,
I gotta
sir.
say, one other thing I did learn is how many. Am I allowed to say how many members of the media do seem to have interest in our new brand, Spread the Floor? Let's just say.
Yes, nice
There are a
plug.
lot of people that seem to appreciate the evolution of gambling in professional sports.
Yeah, especially in
100%.
professional women's sports.
Professional sports.
Yeah.
Sad I can't get into it, but I live through you.
Yeah.
I feel every win and I feel every.
Oh yeah. Like if I don't text you back at night, you know what happened.
I'm like, are you good? Check in, bro.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can bet again tomorrow.
Yeah. It's like the
There you
sun
go.
are playing well. I'm like, I need you back. I need you to talk to them.
I got you.
Man,
Well,
this
it's
is
been
pretty
so
cool.
much fun hanging with you guys at WNBA All Star.
Yes.
We love this league. We love covering this league.
Mhm.
Hope we brought you the best content that you've seen all weekend, and stay with us.